So you want to argue with a vegan. So before I try to explain this really simple concept of veganism to you conformist bastards, let me start off by explaining my and many other vegans' angle to the issue of animal exploitation. We consider all animals, and that includes the human race, to be of the same value, and that it's wrong to kill, exploit, or suppress any other beings. It's really easy to understand if I make the reference with the white man's exploitation of other ethnic groups, like for example the black slaves, or perhaps the suppression of women's rights. The normal mindset of most people is, hey, we are all people, so we should try not to be assholes to each other. The vegan mindset is, we are all creatures of the planet Earth, let's not be assholes to each other. So now that you know how we think about that, let's continue with the concept of veganism. Now this is the very simple version. And if you can't understand this, I heard that you can try to drink some bleach to eradicate all your stupid genes. Anyway, the vegan philosophy is this: a way of living that try to exclude, as far as possible, all form of products that are linked to animals, and try to promote alternatives that are beneficial to humans, animals, and the environment. This means no products that contains anything that has ever been in, made out of, or tested on an animal. This does not mean that we think that we are perfect. It means that we are trying to be as good as we can be. Now, there are a few things that you should consider before entering a debate with a vegan. First of all, check all your claims before making them. Is there any science behind your statements? Can you use Google to find out more about veganism before saying it's bad for you? It's always good to know why someone thinks the way they do. None of us vegans just woke up one morning and thought, well, from now on I'm going to be vegan and have everyone else hate me. Most of us did a lot of digging and researching before coming to the conclusion that we wanted to be vegan. Think before you post. This might come across as really simple, but you might be surprised when you find out how often I get to hear some really stupid arguments that just doesn't make any sense and makes me want to bang my head against the wall just to see if I can become stupid enough to make sense of it. Here are some examples. Our ancestors ate meat. Though this might be true, we know that our ancestors only ate meat on very rare occasions, and there's also the fact that they didn't really have any supermarkets filled with alternatives to meat they can go shopping. They only ate meat to survive, and I want to point out that the keyword here is survive. They didn't thrive on eating meat. But okay, if you want to live like our ancestors, be my guest. No more modern technology for you. Get off the internet, leave your house, only hunt with using your body, no cooking, no medicine or hygiene for you. You need meat to survive. Vegan food is unhealthy. Now that's an argument out of ignorance and a lie. If humans needed meat to survive, there would be no vegans or vegetarians. And as you might see, there are a lot of us, and a lot of us are really healthy. Can you remember when you were a child and one of your guardians told you to eat your fruit and vegetables? Vegan food is expensive. Really? Where in the world do you live where the supermarket charges more for a kilo of beans than they charge for a kilo of meat? Okay, so maybe a burger on McDonald's is cheaper than their salad, but I thought you said with your last argument that you only ate healthy food. Well, animals kill other animals. Yeah, they do. But they don't really have a choice now, do they? And we are animals, so it's natural. Yeah, animals also rape, lick their own balls, and are forbidden to enter any supermarket. But just like with our ancestors, if you want to live like an animal, please remove yourself from society and go live naked in the wild. The law allows it. I mostly hear this from hunters and farmers, and the reason this argument is bullshit is because the law is just a popular opinion that someone wanted to enforce years ago. Slavery was once legal too, and hitting your wife and children were too. Coffee has been illegal here in Sweden twice. Does this make coffee a bad thing? If there was no law against murder, would you go around on a killing spree every day too? Of course you wouldn't. Bacon. I like the taste of meat.
Yeah, well, you know, that's just like your opinion, man.
It's not an argument. It just makes you look like a troll, and you just lost all your chances to be taken seriously. Taste is a pleasure, and I have several pleasures, one which includes sex. I don't rape anyone just because I think that I am entitled to it because I like the pleasure of having sex. It's the same principle. Why does vegans compare everything with the Holocaust? Well, if you were paying attention in the beginning of this video when I said we consider all animals, and that includes the human race, to be of the same value, it should be quite clear. But in case it's not clear, if you look at the design of a death camp and compare it to the design of a factory farm and slaughterhouse, you will find that there are a lot of similarities between the two. Why are vegans so damn aggressive? Most of us are not unless we are provoked. I can't speak for everyone else on this issue, but considering that I have been living with meat eaters and have been doing so for the last years, I constantly has to hear that I'm annoying, arrogant and less of a person because I don't eat meat. So when I go out and have a drink with some friends in a pub and someone starts bothering me about my veganism, I find it hard to keep my cool. I think a lot of atheists who have been living in religious households can relate to my situation. Why don't you believe in God like the rest of us? Why don't you eat meat like the rest of us? You can't live a good life without God. You can't live a healthy life without meat. Imagine living during the Holocaust. You do not support it and you want it to stop, but everyone around you wants it to continue. They get very great products made of use and won't even bother to find out more what happens in death camps. And every time you mention it, people get really upset and think that you are preachy, arrogant and hypocrite. You might get a bit frustrated after a while. I hope this video have made a few things more clear, and that it will help you the next time you find some of us pesky vegans in the comment section. If you really want to know more about veganism, I recommend you to check out the channel Bite Size Vegan. She does really educational and good videos about anything vegan related. If you have any questions or remarks, please feel free to add a polite comment and I will try to answer you as fast as I can. That is, unless I get enough of this bullshit planet and just kill myself. If I see that there are a lot of questions or comments about the same thing, I might make a new video about that topic in the future. Well, now I'm going to eat some vegan food and enjoy some music. Don't forget to like and share this video, and until next time, this is Obscene and I will see you on the dance floor.